She was shivering that night, not from the cold outside, but from the storm inside her heart. Emily had walked away from another failed relationship, her trust shattered and her spirit tired. She sat alone on the park bench under dim streetlights, clutching her phone as if it could give her answers. But instead of texting anyone, she just stared at the dark sky. That was when Daniel found her. He was walking home after a late shift, tired himself, but something about the sight of her alone, tears in her eyes, stopped him in his tracks. He asked if she was okay. She wanted to say yes, but the truth broke from her lips before she could stop it. "No, I'm not." Daniel didn't push her for details. He simply sat beside her and offered his jacket. The warmth of the fabric and the kindness of his silence made Emily feel something she hadn't felt in a long time safe. For hours they talked, not about her pain, but about life, about music, about the silly things that made them laugh. The heaviness in her chest loosened with every word, and when exhaustion finally pulled her down, she didn't even realize she had fallen asleep, her head resting on his shoulder, his steady heartbeat beneath her ear. He didn't move. He stayed awake, watching over her, as if the world owed her at least one night of peace. When morning came, Emily blinked against the soft sunrise, startled to find herself in his arms. She sat up quickly, embarrassed, apologizing again and again. But Daniel just smiled, telling her it was okay, that she had nothing to be sorry for. And in that fragile moment, something strange happened. The words slipped out of her mouth before her mind could stop them. "Thank you, a husband." She froze, realizing what she had said. Her cheeks burned, and she wished the ground would swallow her whole. But Daniel didn't laugh. He didn't mock her slip of the tongue. Instead, he looked at her with a seriousness that took her breath away. "Maybe that's what I'll be someday," he said quietly. His voice carried no joke, only sincerity. For the first time, Emily didn't feel afraid of what the future might hold. She felt hope. In the weeks that followed, their bond grew stronger. He never tried to rush her, never pushed her to open wounds she wasn't ready to share. Instead, he gave her consistency. Daily good mornings, quiet walks in the evening, gentle reminders that she was worth more than her pain. She, in turn, brought laughter back into his tired life, filling the empty spaces he never realized were there. Together, they faced the small battles of everyday life, her doubts, his long working hours, the world's constant noise, but they held on to each other. Emily often thought about that night when she had fallen asleep in his arms. It had been unplanned, even a little messy, but it had planted the first seed of something real. And though she had called him husband by accident, deep down she knew it wasn't an accident at all. It was her heart speaking before her. Mind caught up. Sometimes love doesn't begin with fireworks or grand gestures. Sometimes it begins with a quiet night, a borrowed jacket, and someone willing to stay awake so you can finally rest. For Emily and Daniel, that was enough. Their story became a reminder that even broken hearts can find a home again. And sometimes the words we say without thinking are the truest ones of all. Would you like me to also shape this story into a ready-to-read YouTube narration script style with timing-friendly pacing for about 4 minutes, so it flows naturally when read aloud?